Hello, everybody. This is me again. This time I'm going to devote this video or talk to discuss some of the things that interest me. I've been approached by some people to share some of my process thinking about art or about pieces of literature that I'm reading or about my own creative life. And so I took upon this challenge. And as you can see, it's a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'm sitting here and I see the sky is clear, and today has been a very reflective day. I'm very industrious in my work. So, as some of you know, I am a multidisciplinary artist. I don't have one field. I'm trained as an actress and as a director, but the majority of my life I've been writing, composing music, and in the last 5 years, painting. It's been the main focus of my art field. So I've devoted time to study it and to develop my understanding. And as I study, actually self-taught, I go through the history of the arts, and I realized that it would be a good idea to teach history through art, because I think it's been done in such a boring way, where actually you can see the way worlds and nations have been portrayed by the painters of the era to demonstrate what's been going on. So I think it's a wonderful way to teach history, but they don't do that and nobody listens to me anyway. But today I want to share with you some insights about this book that I'm reading for the second time. It's called Victoria by Sami Michael. It's an Israeli author. If I say the word Israeli, I don't want to make anybody angry. But actually, he's writing this book about the Jews that have lived in Iraq. And this finds me very close to home, because my father is from Iraq and my mom was from Libya. And how close that mentality is to the Muslim, the Arab mentality is quite amazing and shocking to find out. But that's not what I want to talk. I'm not a political entity. Anybody know this? I am too human to take any political stand, and I think politics is like fashion. Some people may not like saying it, but I treat it like a soap opera. You walk in, you walk out, same people discuss same things, so I don't bother. So Sami Michael and his novel of Victoria. Now I'm only at the beginning of it, but I read it very, very slowly, because I want to savor the moment. I don't want it to end, so I take my time. And when I read, I go into the heart of every character and I think of it in dramatic terms. So the opening scene of the book, you have this woman wearing a full hijab. It's very hot and very humid, and she's crossing a bridge somewhere in Iraq, and there's a river under the bridge, and the bridge is very unstable. So you picture the scene. It's packed, crowded with people and cars. And as she crosses the bridge in aspiration to never make it to the other side, So she's contemplating to fall off the bridge, to jump out of the bridge. And something very powerful about that image. So everything that's been told, you have to imagine that moment, that woman walking in her dark fabrics to cross the bridge packed with human beings. And as she crosses the bridge, she walks through the bridge, people they touch her, men touch her. They touch her butt, they touch her breasts. It says that some guy puts his finger up her butt, and these are voices of desire, of lust, contemplating with thoughts of death. And within that moment, we hear the story of her life, and the book goes on. But I think it's so pretty and so dramatic to put these two dichotomy, you say in English, together, of the desire and lust and life, you know, a moment matters, even that. And then she finds two young women that come near her, and they start touching her too. But she finds solace in them, she finds camaraderie in them. And for a brief moment, there is a pause for her loneliness. And it's so incredibly beautiful and incredibly touching. And the next part of the book is where we find out that in those days, I'm talking about probably the early 20th century, it was very hot and people did not have bedrooms like we know them today in modern days. So they go up to the roof and they sleep up on the roof. They set their beds up on the roof. And so these two little girls in the book, they start at the age of 10, where everybody's having sex on the roof. Some women are being raped by their husbands, some women are cheating with other men, and so these two little girls are exposed to the main secrets, the main issues. And so how do you keep your intellect or your inside when you are so much in that convolution? And it's not a political, when I say political, it's that people read it and they might say, oh, she's this woman being raped, but I don't want to take it. It's not even the emphasis of it, is because in those days, and that relates to my grandmother, probably to my father too, you know. My grandmother was put to marriage at the age of 12 when she was having her period. That's where she qualified to marry. And when you look into that climate, you can't come with Western eyes to it. You have to go and look at it for what it is. It's very colorful and it's full of desire, but very human desires. So I'm not reporting that book as I haven't finished it. I'm reporting bits and pieces of it to entice you to try to read the good books. That's part of why I'm doing this, is because mainly young people that are exposed to their phone and the usage of their phone, they don't spend times reading books. Many adults don't do it too. I mean, I find it as a constant struggle myself, but whenever I read the good books, and I insist on saying the good books, because those good books, they are never escape for myself. Now, it's a paradox, because books are the lives of others, so by itself, you are not there, it's an escape. But the good books, they would make you see yourself and find yourself there and find your own humanity in there. And as part of, you know, I contemplate a lot about the subjects of art and versus entertainment. I am not a consumer of entertainment. I actually am pretty heavily religious when it comes to the things I watch. And I don't watch TV, no TV series of any kind. I will watch documentaries a lot, and movies that would show me multiple perspectives. That one hero genre, two heroes maximum, is not for me. Even two heroes is difficult to write. Most movies don't have, especially in American film, do not have more than one hero. I know people are going to jump on me, but I don't care. Even if you look very much into details, you will find that it's only told through the prism of one character, and that limits your point of view. I think books, the good books, have a potential to do more than that. So I'm putting this channel for you to ask me, to invite me, to talk about things that matter, but from the point of view of human beings. See, art is not politics. Art contemplates the good and bad without a judgment. It shows you what it is to be a human being. Good art does that. The bad art doesn't do it. Bad art puts judgment, puts ideology. Stay out of it. Especially in days where it is very popular to demonstrate your social activism on stage and in art. For me, it's a bunch of garbage. You don't mind me saying it, but you did take the time to listen to me, so you're gonna have to take it and get to know my views as they are. So in this channel, I will be talking about art, I will be talking about people, about love, about concepts, and about things that might be of interest to you. So feel free to ask me and to contemplate about subjects that matter. You can subscribe. You don't have to subscribe. I don't care, really. I'm not doing it to get a fan club, and I'm not doing it to get more followers. I don't really care about it. If you're one person and you're listening and you're curious, then we'll talk. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this very beautiful day.